What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this is going to be a little bit of a rant video, and I may ramble a little bit. This isn't scripted, but I'm just kind of wondering something. Why are so many basketball, I'm not even going to call them fans, so fucking stupid? To be honest, some of the shit that goes on with NBA fans is an absolute joke. The fact that people are saying players like LeBron sucks, Curry sucks, I don't know, Westbrook sucks, RANT sucks. What are you fucking talking about? These guys are some of the best players in the world. I've never seen a group of fans not appreciate greatness as much as basketball fans. The fact is that people do not shut up about the 95-96 Bulls. Yes, they were fucking great. They're probably the best team ever. But people saying the 95-96 Bulls would sweep any team in history is not the case. They didn't even sweep everyone that year. And also, this is arguably the best era, at least skills-wise, of basketball. There's never been a team that moved the ball like the San Antonio Spurs of the past couple of years. The San Antonio Spurs have won 50 games for, 19 years straight. That is insane. And yet, people are looking at these guys like, oh, they're old, they're slow, they can't do anything. And as soon as someone suggests that the Spurs have a chance of winning, people are saying they don't know basketball. The fact that if someone says Kawhi Leonard's a top 3-4 player in the world, which is a reasonable statement, he's the best defender in the world as a top 20 offensive player. He is arguably top 2. If someone, I don't think he is, but if someone told me they thought Kawhi Leonard was the best player in the world, they could make a legitimate argument. But it's like in football. You can argue that Ronaldo's the best in the world. You can argue that Messi's the best in the world. Heck, you could argue that someone like, I don't know, Neymar or Suarez or Ibra are the best in the world. And to be honest, people would actually listen to your arguments. In basketball, if you try to argue that LeBron, who is the best player of this generation and probably one of the top 5 players of all time, is the best player in the world, you get hate. If you say that Curry's the best player in the world, you get hate. If you say Westbrook's the best player in the world, you get hate. And then if you say anything bad about any of these guys, you get hate. I've never seen as much absolute hatred amongst a fan group as NBA. I'm not even going to call them fans because they're not. I know basketball fans, I know NBA fans. They actually can see past this shit. But the people, especially just people commenting on YouTube shit, it's fucking toxic. It's unbelievable. People talking about this era like it's the worst thing that ever happened to basketball. No, it isn't. We've got centers that can play like 2 guards. Well, there's no dominant players like Shaq. Imagine Shaq trying to guard Karl Anthony Towns or Anthony Davis. They could just blow by him every time. They could just hit mid-range shots over him. The fact is that more than likely, this era is as good, if not better, than any other era in history. We've got players like Anthony Davis, who can only lead a team to 30 wins while playing with Drew Holiday and Tyreek Evans. And Ryan Anderson. That is not a bad team, and they can still only win 30 games. And one last thing, in sports, anything can happen. Leicester City won the Premier League, which is the equivalent of, the Bucks winning the NBA Championship. Anything can happen, and it's even harder to win the Premier League like that, because there's no salary cap and the big teams can pay everyone. It's like, imagine if there was no salary cap and the Lakers had every good player in the world, and yet the Bucks still fucking won. That's the equivalent of what has happened in English Football League. And although it's probably not going to happen in the NBA, it's still fucking possible. The fact that people are saying things like it's over, the NBA is a fix. No, it isn't. The NBA is not a fix. People are saying LeBron was given his rings. No, he wasn't. LeBron earned all fucking 3 of them. It's an absolute joke. People hate on everybody. These basketball people, not even going to call them fans because they are not fans. They literally hate on whoever is good. Steph got so much hate because of the finals. Yeah, obviously he didn't play well, but he had the best regular season in history. You can't say Steph sucks because of the finals. You can't say that LeBron sucks because... Actually, I have no idea why anyone could say LeBron sucks. I have no idea why. On my videos where I said I think Kawhi is the 4th best player in the world, I had at least 10 comments of people saying, I thought you knew something about basketball. Then I heard you said Kawhi was the 4th best player in the world. Those guys are idiots. Straight up idiots that commented that. If someone is the best on one end and top 20 on the other end, how are they worse than someone like, I don't know, Harden, who's a third, fourth best offense player in the world, but not in the top 100 defenders? I'm literally getting abuse for saying that the Cavs and the Spurs have a chance of beating the Warriors. They have a chance. It's a fucking sport. And yes, I'm actually directing this towards the people that agreed with what I said as well, because you are equally as bad. Literally telling everyone that's saying good things about the Warriors that they're bandwagoners. What the fuck is a bandwagon? Like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm Irish, but in our kind of ethos, once you support a team, that's your team for life. It does not matter who goes in, who goes out, that's your team. I'm a Heat fan. I was a Heat fan from Wade and Shaq, and no matter how bad the Heat get, I'm going to stay a Heat fan. But at the same time, if someone supports a team that's the most enjoyable to watch, it's not jumping on a fucking bandwagon. It's enjoying basketball. If someone's jumping from team to team and then shitting on every other team, yes, you can say that. But I don't even think I'm making sense at this stage. But this is just an absolute blind rant about these supposed NBA fans. And no, I'm not talking about the actual fans. People that can at least appreciate what teams like the Spurs have done, what the Warriors did last year and the year before, what the Cavs did to come back from that 3-1 lead, what the Thunder did to come back from that 36 points they lost the first game by, and how mentally tough they were to come back and win that series. But yet, no matter what anyone does, they get hate. Cleveland win, LeBron gets hate. Cleveland lose, LeBron gets hate. Golden State win, and Curry's not the best player on the court, he gets hate. Golden State lose, he gets hate. There is no positivity among the basketball community in general. There is no positivity. And this is absolutely ridiculous. Maybe this is just an absolute pointless rant, but to be honest, I'm coming from a background of, like, in Ireland, soccer's the whole thing. While there is the argument Ronaldo versus Messi, there's very few soccer fans that will argue that Ronaldo is a bad player. Obviously, he might get blamed for some shit if his team don't win, but at the end of the day, no one argues and says that Ronaldo is not a top 5 player in the world, or Messi isn't. And if someone says someone like Suarez is the best in the world, they don't get as much hate as saying the clear best in the world, LeBron, is the best in the world. So, yeah, again, like one of my other videos, do not subscribe, this is a fucking rant. So anyway, thanks for watching, please comment, and do not subscribe if you haven't watched any of my other videos.